Hey guys, welcome to our Fangirl Favorites of October 2015, the Disney World edition. So we were at Disney World for like 10 days, I believe it was. We left September 23rd and our final day was October 3rd, and we were staying at Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter Resort, which was very pretty.
It was pretty cool how they had the whole area looking like a street and everything. You walk in the street. You didn't have to walk on the sidewalk.
It did. It looked like you were walking down streets in, I guess, Louisiana. It kind of looked like it was like Mardi Gras time and everything.
They also had these adorable little alligators.
By the pool.
Yeah, by the pool area.
Yeah, the resort in general was very pretty, very green, very clean, a lot to look at, very relaxing. Obviously a lot of friendly Disney employees and whatnot. Our entire stay at Disney was fun. After the halfway point, it kind of stopped being a little fun, because that's when the exhaustion and foot pain hits. But still, it was still fun if you can kind of go past the pain. Plus, we all ended up getting a cold. Yay for colds. We tend to go to Disney World kind of, in the summer months, anywhere from, June to August. But this time we decided to go here at the end of September, beginning of October, so we could go and do all of the special Halloween festivities. We attended Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We attended that twice since it's something new for us. And we also attended the 20th anniversary of the Food and Wine Festival. Ooh. Okay, let's talk about the food first. The food, you guys. Oh my god. So good. What was your favorite meal, Stephanie?
My favorite is hard to choose from.
They had about 30 booths of food.
More.
Yeah, it might have been more than 30 booths.
My favorite was from Japan, and that would be a tie between gyoza. Is that how you pronounce it? Gyoza? There was a bun. It was the meat is like in teriyaki sauce. And it was in the bun, and it was so simple, but it was super delicious. And then also they had a spicy tuna hand roll, and I could have ate like 20 of them things at that point. Over in South Korea they had like a pork lettuce wrap, and it had just all kinds of delicious juices.
I think my favorite item of food that I got, it definitely goes to the booth that was set up for Canada. They had this little filet mignon with like a mushroom truffle butter sauce, something like that. You guys, it was heavenly. I ended up eating at that booth twice because it was that good. Literally, it was just a small little thing of filet mignon, but oh my god, so good. I looked up a recipe as soon as I got home because I intend on making that again for myself because it was so good. And then also at Canada you could get a little thing of soup. It was called beer cheddar soup, was that what it was called? Yeah. And that was really good too.
Don't get the food item. It would be the lamb chop from Australia.
I got, when we were over at Australia, I got a lamb chop, and I was really looking forward to the lamb chop. It was so, it's like, it was okay.
It tasted good.
Yeah,
but
the
meat.
Yeah, the few bites of it that I was able to take, it was so good, but the rest of it was so fatty. I would not recommend the lamb chop unless you really like fatty meat.
Even though we heard a bunch of other people
we heard a lot of other people around us complaining about the lamb chop. So if you ever go to the Food and Wine Festival, maybe don't get the lamb chop.
I would actually have to say the same thing over in South Korea. They had a bulgogi meal, and that meat was a little fatty. Not as fatty as that lamb chop. It's a bit fatty, so it kind of ruined the moment, but but it was still really good. But yeah, it wasn't as fatty.
But in general, the Food and Wine Festival was so good. I was pleasantly surprised with the food. I'm glad I tried a lot of different things, because there was a lot of stuff that I initially wasn't going to get, but once I kind of physically saw it, I'm glad I got it, and everything I had tasted so good except for that lamb chop. So besides the food and wine, like we said, we also attended Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We attended it twice, and it was held at the Magic Kingdom. The majority of the exclusive stuff, getting a Halloween bag, going around to all these trick-or-treat stations, getting candy, and also exclusive photo opportunities with very rare characters who are hardly out. And there's also a really nice parade, the Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular stage performance held at the front of the Magic Kingdom Castle. And yeah,
there's also a different fireworks show.
Yeah, and oh lord, those were two pretty rough nights. You guys, the party didn't end until midnight on both of those nights. That's not even including, you know, getting out of the Magic Kingdom, getting on the bus, going back to your hotel, taking your shower. We literally got in bed on those two nights like at 3 o'clock in the morning. Pretty exhausted. But still, the Halloween party was fun. It was very different. I don't know if I'd ever want to do it again. How did you feel? I seriously don't know if I could ever do it again.
I think I'd want to do it like maybe several years down the line. Maybe they'll kind of change up the photo opportunities a little bit and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I really enjoyed the parade that they had.
The parade was so nice.
That was my favorite part.
A lot of characters that you don't ever see. They had like a special Haunted Mansion float. Jack Sparrow had his own float. Who else? There was some really different people.
I also felt like the dancers were really like they stepped up their game compared to the normal parade, because they seemed to be doing like more complicated things,
dance
and stuff.
Moves and stuff.
More complicated moves and stuff like that. Because my favorite was when, was it for Haunted Mansion? And the like gravekeepers came out with shovels and like they were like sparking up the road.
Yeah, there was like sparks on the road from the
shovels.
The shovels. It was really freaky.
That was my favorite part of the parade.
Definitely one of the best parades I think I've seen at Disney. Disney tends to have really nice parades, but I think this Halloween parade was definitely my favorite just because of all the very, very different characters on the floats. The fireworks were so cool too. It's hard to explain the fireworks. I mean, it's hard to explain unless you were there. There's the normal fireworks kind of right there in front of you at, you know, the Disney Castle, but then kind of near the end, the big climax of the fireworks show, there's literally like a 360 of fireworks around you.
Frightening.
It was seriously very frightening, very loud. It almost seemed like Disney World blew up for a second, but it was awesome at the same time.
One of the highlights, why we were also going to the Halloween party, was to get our pictures taken with Jack and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. So that was great and all, but we got in line.
Here's the downside, guys.
We got in line and we waited for 2 hours and 10 minutes in the line to see Jack and Sally.
She's not lying. Over 2 hours, guys.
And
standing the entire time.
It's kind of creepy meeting Jack and Sally, seeing as they were actual people and they were talking to you.
Yeah. Even though we were exhausted standing that entire time, it was still weirdly exciting to be with Jack and Sally, and they interacted with you.
Besides Jack and Sally, we also met Cruella that night.
She was hilarious.
But since we were tired, that's about all we did that night.
The second night we attended the party, who did we meet?
We went and saw all 7 dwarves who they had together.
That was a pretty long line too. It was close to an hour, wasn't it? It was close
but it
to
certainly went faster.
Yeah, it was close to an hour-long wait time to see the 7 dwarfs. But yeah, compared to Jack and Sally, the 7 dwarfs had a nice little pathway that you could sit on, whereas Jack and Sally did not have anything to sit on.
It was also shorter because, well, they can't talk, and also they were like, no, you can't get autographs. I was like, oh, thank God. And then also later that night, she took a picture with Gaston.
Gaston, you guys. Oh my God, can I gush about Gaston really quickly? Do I have time to? First of all, I love Gaston, you guys. He's kind of up there, my top 5 favorite Disney villains. He was so hilarious. The dude was super hot, by the way. He was just sitting there by himself, taking pictures with everybody. And after you took your picture with him, he had like a little barrel of candy next to him, full of like these little root beer candies. Mm-hmm. And I got a little handful of root beer candies to go into my little Halloween bag. And to make matters worse, I think he knew that I was totally gushing all over him. To make matters worse, he took my hand, put a little root beer candy in it, and kissed it, and then like closed my hand up. And yeah, it was great, you guys. I love Gaston. Gaston may be my new favorite Disney villain after that.
I wasn't gonna have any of that.
The dude who was playing him was really good too, because Gaston is very egotistical. You know, if you've seen the cartoon, you know how he is. And he had the performance spot on, just the way he was talking about himself like he's perfect and everything. Definitely my favorite character moment the entire trip, I think. So yeah, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, in general, it was fun, but it's definitely not something I can do every single trip. It was way too exhausting, kind of a bit hectic on occasion. The worst thing was those character lines, standing in line with some of those characters, especially Jack and Sally. Jack and Sally are the most popular characters at that party. So yeah, you kind of got to go into the party and plan things. We did not plan. We didn't know what was going on. So that's kind of why we didn't necessarily have too good of a time, because we didn't have a plan going into it. So you definitely need to have some sort of plan, or else you're just going to be standing around doing nothing. Thing is, like we said, we went to the Halloween party twice. We went 2 nights. We didn't even do everything. That's how much there is to do, and how little time you have to do everything. Because wasn't there a photo opportunity with Jack Sparrow and Lotso and Buzz from Toy Story, and wasn't there even Aurora and Maleficent somewhere? Which I have no idea where those two were. I really wanted to get Aurora and Maleficent. I have no idea where they were. So yeah, we weren't even able to cover a lot of what we wanted to do, just because of how long the lines for some things were.
We did see Jafar. We didn't get a picture.
Yeah, we did see Jafar,
but we saw him. Actually, he walked right by us. It's a bit frightening.
And you guys, the Halloween party, if you do ever go, don't be embarrassed. It's not just a thing for kids. Every single person gets a bag. Even if you're an adult, you get a bag. You can go and trick or treat just like the kids are.
There were more teenager and above people, even like people in their 50s and stuff, walking around than there were children getting candy.
And it was really cool too. I think I was really amused with all the adults dressed up in costumes. And there were some adults, I mean, it was like if you went to San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, that's what it was during those 2 nights for the party. Just some really elaborate Disney costumes, some really unique and original costumes, and not just, you know, multiple similar costumes. I mean, some people got really creative. There was a group of adults dressed up like characters from Hercules. There was a group of adults dressed up like a few characters from Hunchback of Notre Dame. A few characters dressed up like Emperor's New Groove. I mean, yeah, you had dozens of people dressed up like Disney princesses, but you had a lot of really original and creative Disney outfits, which I was really amused with seeing. And some people looked so authentic. There was people going up and taking pictures with people like you're at San Diego Comic-Con.
And you don't have to be a Disney character.
Yeah, you can.
I saw Altair from Assassin's Creed.
As long as you're dressed appropriately, you can be whoever you want to be at the party. We're actually going to post another video that is full of all the merchandise we bought at Disney World. So at the very end of this video is also going to be a link to our Disney World haul. So if you want to see all the junk we bought, click that video. So yeah, we just wanted to talk in detail about the Food and Wine Festival and Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. The rest of this video is just going to be some general photos and footage of our stay at Disney at some of the other parks.
Roll that footage.
that's it for this video. We hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you liked this video, you may like these other videos. Bye, guys.